And despite being roughly 1,000 miles from the nearest coastline, the biggest collection of naval vessel plaques can be found right here in Colorado Springs. 11 News reporter Lindsay Gruey has more on how and why this collection came to be.
So when you turn the corner at Doherty High School, you'll come across an extraordinary hallway. Here in the Hall of Honor, every inch of these walls is dedicated to those who have served our country. This tribute began 10 years ago as a mural dedicated to some of Colorado Springs' war heroes.
Daniel T. Griffin, he was the first U.S. casualty of Pearl Harbor, and he was from Colorado Springs.
As of last year, it also contains the biggest collection of naval plaques in the entire U.S. How did a high school in the middle of landlocked Colorado achieve that feat? It's all thanks to the preservation efforts of one man.
There was a person like myself who was retiring from being a senior naval science instructor, and he was concerned that his ship plaques were going to go to the landfill because he said his kids don't want them.
For naval novices, these plaques are traditionally given to officers and senior enlisted after a tour on a particular vessel.
So I went on eBay and I was shocked at how many naval plaques were there, all coming from estate sales, because all of these sailors are passing away and the families for some reason don't want to preserve them.
So Captain Thomas has taken it upon himself to find as many plaques as he can and bring them to Doherty.
I'm buying all of these just to preserve them because I fear that most of these plaques end up in landfills. I wanted to preserve naval history in one place, and so this is the result.
And at 225 plaques and counting, if these walls could talk, oh, the incredible stories they would tell.
He was the first African-American Navy-trained pilot. I found the USS Jesse Brown ship, which they named after him.
And in some very special cases, Captain Thomas has been personally asked to preserve a particular plaque.
A squadron disestablished this year, and the CO, out of the blue, mailed me a giant cruise plaque, and he said, "I want you to preserve our squadron's history." And I said, "But you're from Norfolk." He goes, "I know, but I saw what you're doing and I want you to preserve our squadron's history."
With all this history hanging in their hallway, how are the kids responding to Captain Thomas's passion project?
I find great enjoyment. I feel a sense of pride if they are reading the plaques. That's what I want this to be, is a history lesson for high school kids, because I think it's important to preserve these, and it's important they know the history of the United States.
For Good News Friday, I'm Lindsay Gruey, KKTV 11 News.
Incredible work there. Well, the collection, not just for the students, Captain Thomas says if you're watching this and you would like to see that display in person or even add a naval plaque to the collection, he'd love that. Just contact him. We have a link to the Doherty JROTC website with his email on it under our Find It tab on our website. Kevin?